Hello, people of God. This is my Jacob's Way TV. I'm Dupi Dupi Singer, and this is episode 84. Episode 84. The boys misbehaved one day. I cannot remember exactly what they did, but they actually truly put me off. Okay, I now know what they did. I had gone for the 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. prayer meeting, and somehow the Lagos state government was doing something on the road. So I couldn't immediately take my car in onto the into the prayer place where the altar was. I had to park on the other side. And Timothy came across to meet me and said to me, Mommy, I know all this area. I know how to go and bring your car so that I can bring it in. Give me your key. Incidentally, my big sister and neighbor, Mrs. Joyce Akande, Mrs. Joyce Motunrayo Akande, my neighbor in the estate where I live, had followed me to the 7 a.m. to the 7 p.m. prayer meeting, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. prayer meeting. I always say I like to have witnesses. So, we packed all the things out of the car, and then Timothy and Uche entered the car. And from like 7 a.m. or a little before 7, we didn't see Timothy until around 5 p.m. I was almost pissing in my underwears. Where could this boy be? And there was no way we could talk to him on the phone. By the time he brought the car back, he had bashed the car. He had bashed the car. The windscreen was gone. A whole lot of things were spoiled. He obviously did not go. He didn't plan to bring the car back. He saw it as an escapade, a chance for him to drive around a car and go around with his friends. If you were the one that the Lord had given such a job to, and somebody had behaved like that, what would you do? Ha! This was past slapping anybody for. The car was damaged. Here was I. I didn't have any money to fix the car. My husband would be the one that will fix the car. And this is my husband who said he doesn't understand all this one about God said, God said. How was I going to face this matter? What can I do? I came back home, but very sad. I was afraid of what my husband was going to say. This wasn't something I could hide. Immediately I drove in, everybody saw that something terrible had happened to the car. This was a Saturday. I was supposed to go to church on Sunday. I was so devastated that I did not go to church. I did not go to church. I had told my husband the story, and I was already ashamed of the fact that the boys that he himself never wanted me to have anything to do with, one of them was the one who had done this to me. I stayed back at home. By the time I came downstairs to say, Children, let us gather together at the dining table and do our own morning devotion, our church service, I couldn't find my first daughter. I asked around. They said she had left the house very early in the morning. As I was wondering where she had gone, she soon came in. And she came in with 3 albums of the house, the family albums. And then from her bag, she brought out a very sharp knife. And she started to cry. Where did you go to? Why are you crying? Why are you carrying the albums? What has happened? By the time she got better from crying, she now told me she was coming from the prayer place. Wow. To go and do what? Said I went to see the boys. So what happened? Let me tell you her story. That was my first daughter, Morenike. She got there, and they already knew that they had done. I mean, they knew what Timothy did yesterday, but they were already waiting for trouble from mommy, as it were. So they thought mommy sent her. She saw Timothy, and she said Timothy should call all the boys, and they all came out. And she sat in their midst, in the middle of all of them, and she started to open the album of the family to them. And she said, "This was me when I was little. This is my sister when she was little. These are my brothers when they were little. This was when we went to school. This was when it was mommy's birthday. This was when it was daddy's birthday." They were all interested. They were all looking and looking. And after she was done showing them the family albums, she now stood up in their midst and privily brought out the knife that she had taken there. And she said, "It's either you kill me today or I kill somebody." These are bad boys. And somehow they were all shaking. She said, "No, no, you know how to kill people, don't you? You must kill me today or I will kill somebody." They now backed out. She now started to tell them, "Until you came into my mommy's life, we were a very happy family. Look at what you did yesterday. You have bashed the car. And then you are giving daddy a reason to tell her that it is not God that sent her on an errand. What did my mommy do to you that made you misbehave this much to her? If you had done something that will not resort to daddy, we could manage ourselves. Why can you be so unkind? How can you be so unkind? And you know that this thing that will get back to daddy is the exact thing that you decide to do. You will kill me today, or I will kill somebody." As if she knew how to fight. She said they all prostrated and started begging her. He said, "No, don't beg me. I'm not mommy. It's mommy that is always soft towards you. Me, I'm not going to be soft. Something must happen today because you want to destroy our family, you want to destroy our joy. Can you see we are a happy family, or you want to bring trouble onto us?" They pleaded with her. They prostrated, begged her. After some time, they all loved her and begged her and assured her that they would never cause mommy any trouble or any harm, that they were very sorry. They eventually persuaded her, and she packed her albums and the knife and she came back home. Ha! If it were you, would you laugh? Was it a laughing thing? Was it a funny thing? What kind of a thing is that? What if they had hurt her? But the Yorubas always say that God is over money, share fire at sea. He will send you on an errand and he will protect you on the course of it. If it is not that the Lord was for us, what will our Israel be saying? Somehow, the wolves in them didn't hurt her, that is the sheep. They were learning from her how to be a good child of God. Of course, I had to pack my things and be on my way again by Monday, because days when I decide that I won't go, like I told you once, the revelation I will have is that I'm going to Ibadan from Alausa. I should have taken the toll gate and to be on my way, but I'll find myself maybe in Ikoyi or on the island, and I'll be asking people, "Where is the way to Ibadan?" And they will ask me, "Where are you coming from?" I'll say, "I'm coming from Alausa," and they will laugh me to scorn and say I've wasted my time. I should have taken the toll gates to be on my way. Such dreams that came many, many times told me to carry my bag and be back in my place of assignment. Hmm. At a time, some of them started to tell themselves, the newer people that will come, that if only you will watch mommy's children and you can behave like them, then you will be able to drop your street behavior and become like normal children, normal people. At a point, they actually became more scared of my first and second daughters more than me because Bisayo, my second daughter, a very small statured lady, can go into their midst sometimes and say, "Ah, how can you say you are old like you are? And you are behaving like this? Are you never going to live the street life? Is this how you want to end your life? Does what you have done, does it make any sense?" And somehow, in fact, they told me many times, "Mommy, we prefer you to scold us. We are afraid of your children." But yet they protected them all the same. When Banky came with that story of the boys that stole from him at the computer village, they were annoyed because they said if only they had known, they would have rescued Banky. But no harm happened to Bankole because, like I said, when you know who you are, you will not allow the wolves to change you from being a sheep to a wolf. But you could help the wolf to become a sheep. Thank you for watching. This is my Jacob's Way TV. I'm Dupi Dupi Singer. Please share, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell, and keep watching. God bless you. Bye bye.